Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we have one of the most exciting videos on my channel in a very long time. This is something I've been hyping up for more than 6 months, and that is of course the very first ever update of Newark Liberty International Airport. So a few things to talk about before we get into today's update. First off, there are weights on the board. That is really just to keep the boards all level with each other, and you may notice only one concourse is fully set up. That is of course because I do not have the resources to set up every concourse at once, because that would take a lot of resources. I do not have enough jet bridges or enough terminals, so I've also kind of had to move my room around, and I really wanted to do the intro shot freehand to properly show you all how massive this airport is. As you can see, it is truly huge, and I'm so excited to bring you guys this update. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and start off with some history about Newark. Newark Liberty International Airport opened in October of 1928 as Newark Metropolitan Airport. It was initially a commercial airport, although throughout World War II, it was used as a U.S. Air Force base. When the war ended, however, it once again became a commercial airport, and this time saw a lot more success. Throughout the 1970s, it began building brand new terminals capable of handling international traffic, and some international airlines, including British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and Aer Lingus, became interested in flying to the airport. Throughout the 1980s, Continental Airlines gained a huge presence at the airport and ultimately decided to make it a hub. Because of this, they decided to build 3 new concourses and 1 new terminal. This would be Terminal 3, which is the most modern and newest terminal at the airport. Following the 9/11 attacks in September of 2001, the airport's name was changed to Newark Liberty International Airport, partially to honor the 9/11 victims and partially because of its close proximity to the Statue of Liberty. Then, in 2011, United Airlines acquired Continental, who had had a hub at the airport for almost 30 years. United decided to continue this legacy by making Newark Liberty one of their hubs. Today, Newark serves as United's 3rd largest hub, as well as a focus city for Jetblue and FedEx. It saw just under 50 million passengers in 2019 and continues to be one of the most successful airports in the United States, even during COVID. Alright everyone, hopefully you all enjoyed that little bit of history there. But no, that's finished. We can go ahead and get straight into the update with the first aircraft here. I do apologize that the light isn't as good over here because with an airport this big, you can't have perfect lighting across the whole airport. Some parts of it are bound to be a bit darker, and this is one of those parts. But without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and start off. This aircraft right here, this JetBlue Airbus A320 in the barcode tail. He'll be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Next over here we have another JetBlue Airbus A320, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for San Diego. I apologize, these are the only 2 JetBlue aircraft in the update. My JetBlue collection is really lackluster. It will get better. That's really just the kind of thing I'm saying with all of this airport. It is nowhere near perfect, but it will get better as I do updates, as my collection grows, as I make the improvements to the airport. But this is kind of just like something I really wanted to do for a while, and it's going to get better. But, yeah. But anyway, next over that right here, just loading up bags here, we have an Air Canada Express, CRJ 200, and he's going to be heading out to Toronto. Next to that over here, we have an Allegiant Airbus A320, and he's just about to head out to Asheville. Moving on to the next concourse, starting right here, we have a Spirit Airbus A321, and he's just getting bags loaded on board for Fort Lauderdale. Next to that there, we have an Alaska Boeing 737-700, and he's just pushing out for San Francisco. Right here, we have an American Eagle Embraer 170, subbing in for a 175 with standard winglets, and he's just getting fuel loaded on board for Miami. Next right here, we have an American Airbus A320, and he is just getting catering loaded on board for Charlotte. Next to that there, finally in the sunlight, we have a Delta Boeing 717-200, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Atlanta. Next to that there, we have a Delta Airbus A220-100, and he is just about to push out for Detroit. And finally, for the second concourse, we have a Delta Embraer 170, and he has just arrived in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Moving on to our international terminal. Right here, we have a Lufthansa Airbus A330-300 in the new livery. Just got this model like 2 days ago. But anyway, he is just getting catering and bags loaded on board for Frankfurt. And for our second and final aircraft today, we have a Virgin Atlantic Boeing 747-400. And you may be asking, what is this aircraft doing here? These did fly here for a very long time. but it was only in the last few years that they completely stopped sending them here, as they were phasing them out, and they've just retired them in this past year. It's really sad because Virgin or Atlantic are one of my favorite airlines, and of course the 747 is an amazing plane, but I thought I'd include this for the first update, and as Virgin Atlantic have been an airline that flew to Newark for a very long time, and they did operate these here for a while. But anyway, he is just finishing up getting passengers loaded on board, and after that he will be pushing out for London Heathrow. Moving on to the first of two United Concourses. Right here we have a United Express CRJ 550, and he is just about to push back for St. Louis. Next to that we have a United Express Embraer 175, and he has just arrived in from Rochester. Next to that over here we have a second United Express Embraer 175. He arrived in earlier today from Washington Reagan or Aviation 18's airport, and will be heading out to Dallas Fort Worth or Red River Aviation's airport. Next to that, we have the United Boeing 737-800. This is the NG models version. It is absolutely amazing. But anyway, he is just getting bags loaded on board for Phoenix or Red River Aviation's airport. Next to that, we have a United Boeing 767-300, and he is just finished getting bags loaded on board and will be heading out to Honolulu. Next to that right here, we have a United Boeing 757-200 in the Her Art Here Cali livery, and he is just getting catering loaded on board for Orlando. Next to that there, we have a United Airbus A319 in the new livery, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Jacksonville. Next to that, we have another United Airbus A319, and he is just pushing out for Washington Dulles. Moving on to our final concourse, starting right here, we have a United Boeing 737-800, this time by Gemini Jets, and he is just about to push back for Tampa. Next over here, we have a United Boeing 757-200. He came in from Eagle County, and he's going to be heading out to Denver. Next to that, we have a United Boeing 757-300 this time, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Houston. Next to that, we have a United Boeing 787-9, and he is just getting bags and catering loaded on board for Tokyo Narita. Next to that, we have a United Boeing 787-10. I apologize about the jet bridge on this one, but I could not get it to stay up. But anyway, he came in earlier today from Paris Charles de Gaulle, and he's just about to push back for London Heathrow. Next over here, we have a United Boeing 787-9. Earlier today, he came in from Los Angeles, and he is just going to be holding here for the rest of the day and through the night. He's going to be overnighting, and tomorrow morning he will be heading out to Dublin. And finally, for this concourse, we have a United Boeing 777-300ER, and he is just getting bags loaded on board for Mumbai. Moving on over to the taxiway and runway, right here we have a FedEx Boeing 757-200, and he's going to be heading out to Memphis. And finally, to conclude the update for today, we have a United Boeing 777-200, and he is just about to touch down from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So yeah, everyone, that does conclude our update for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me what you think of Newark. I have worked so hard on this airport, and I'm so proud of what it's become. I hope you all like it as well, and updates of this will continue every month. But yeah, everyone. So I hope you all do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day. Side note, be sure to comment any subroutes you'd like down below. I'll be happy to do them. And I will see you later. Bye.
What a wonderful world.